Just, I don't know what's going on. Um, I don't know what's going on. Like, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit my notification bell. Ignore my messy ass car. I'm not gonna be on here long because, like, I felt called to do this Charlie Kirk, but then I really wanted to like go live. Like, I really wanted to go live. Damn it! Where the fuck is my handicap shit? Handicap sticker. Where'd it go? I got my. I prefer Oracle, but I got my tarot. I got some decks. I got a couple of decks. I don't know if like somebody wasn't feeling it, somebody didn't want to go, somebody like had an eerie feeling or what, because I want to do this, but then I don't. Today I felt like I'd rather been on TikTok, okay, than the Charlie Kirk. But I was like, no, do it. You got to do it. You must do it. Like, I don't know what that's about. That could be a channel. Because I just find myself like constantly putting it off. I don't know if Charlie Kirk received threats or text messages before this has happened. But we got to see what's going on. We got to do partial mediumship to see what he's thinking, what's his hopes, what his dreams, what's his, now that he's passed on. I'm just at a shock. This shit is getting serious. Now, it's getting serious. And it's just like, why can't a person have their own belief systems without another motherfucker feeling like they have to silence them with violence? And there is a lot of like crazy folks out there, like, and I realized that when I was telling this lady about Charlie Kirk, and I realized she was an extreme leftist. That's her flaw, in my personal opinion. I realized she was an extreme leftist. I think a lot of my family are extreme lefties. I'm the only one that is a little reasonable, okay? But a lot of people revel in their ignorance. They don't want to be enlightened. Even if you originally thought something was right, if somebody comes to you and they have crazy evidence showing you why you're wrong, crazy unsurmountable evidence showing, right, why you're wrong and how what you're doing is affecting the economy in a negative way, or who you're voting for. If somebody came to you with crazy amount of proof, you might need to change your stance. But that's not what a lot of people do. And it's so funny because people call me a know-it-all. But I'm not a know-it-all. I'm just, when I'm for sure about some shit, I stand by it. You have to come to me with a lot of evidence for me to change my stance. I'm not going to keep a stance after you done proved why this thought process is not right. But a lot of people cling to their ignorance. They cling to their ignorance. Just like it's the same thing with this whole religious talk. And I'm a person where I love to learn about different cultures. Not to not treating different cultures as if they're an exhibit. I'm not treating, people from different walks of life like they're an exhibit, a museum, or like I'm superior, or like I'm not doing it to like, oh my gosh, these people need to be changed. Like I'm not doing it for that. I genuinely enjoy the diversity and the different life experiences and the different perspectives and the different ideas and dreams and goals of people. Like if I were to travel today, a lot of people will go and travel, right, the world, or go to these different cultures, but on some sex tourism shit. You know what I'm saying? Niggas and bitches. On some sex tourism shit. Oh my gosh, I'm with these exotic people, or oh my God, or they'll do, use other cultures. 222 on the clock. 222. 22 viewers was in here, 2 likes. Make sure y'all keep liking those lives. So that is significant. Other people will travel because they want to look big and mighty in front of their friends. Like they don't really care about those motherfuckers there. They're interested in the culture of the people there. And the people who they recognize, they see a cash cow. I don't know what this is about, but something is significant about this. They see a cash cow. Oh, these people think I'm exotic. They literally profit off of people fetishizing or people exoticizing their country or their people or their land. They don't really give a fuck about those people. They use those people as props to look good in front of their colleagues, to look good in front of motherfuckers they can't really fucking stand. They use those people as props. Like, see, I'm a good person. I just donated $1 million to these poor exotical third world country people. Like, see, I'm a good person. Politics, not really giving a fuck. I don't know what that's about. But most people will go there it's an exhibit, like it's a museum. Like I swear, these are people. These are people. Or some people will step on the soil or step foot on somebody else's land, and instantly, like, I'm better than you. The way you're living is wrong. Oh, you don't value money? Well, what's wrong with you? Oh, you don't want a mansion? Well, what's wrong with you? You are, what we gonna call it? Those people with the bone, cavemen. You need to be civilized. You need to change. But if those people are content, do they? There is more than one way to live, people. There is more than one way to be happy. Everybody don't find materialism, don't find happiness and joy in having the biggest house on the block, having the nicest car. You know what I'm saying? Working yourself to death. Everybody don't find that as joy. I literally asked a Haitian one day, I said, do you really like America? I said, do you like America? And he was like, he don't really like it like that. He said he don't have no time for anything, He don't have no time to make friends. He don't have no time to spend with his family. He don't have no time to find a mate. He said it's just work, day in, day out, work, And Americans take that shit pridefully. They Americans take pride in letting a stranger raise their motherfucking kids to go and chase $1. They take pride in that shit. If you ever hear an average American talk, they are literally praising being a work dog. Neglecting their families, neglecting their wives, neglecting their friends. Being a work dog. That's why I'm not surprised. That when COVID hit and motherfuckers had to actually live with the person they was with, right? A lot of motherfuckers divorced. The abuse went up because you're going to work and seeing motherfuckers at work in America more than you are with your own fucking wife or husband or kids. And then they add this 50-50 shit, which makes it even worse because now neither of the parents are in the home. The kids are practically raising a goddamn self, or they're under the, and God knows who doing what with who, under the influence of a stranger. When the motherfuckers who birthed them should be the one raising them. All to chase a dollar. All to impress motherfuckers you don't even like anyways. Everybody don't live by that code of conduct. Everybody don't find that to be a superior life. Now, so I'm channeling all of this. Now, I don't know if this is resonating with Charlie Kirk. This is applying to Charlie Kirk, or this is applying to the guy that shot him. But Charlie Kirk represents something, represents a shift, okay? A shift in a mentality, a shift in a culture, because I'm channeling all that. Now, I don't know if he is the one that's stepping on the soil and being like, you're living wrong. We need to civilize you. I don't know if that's him or if that's how these people are perceiving Charlie Kirk as a, what do you call those people that are, I forgot what they call it, colonialization. Like they're seeing Charlie Kirk as a colonizer. Kind of like when Europeans stepped foot on Africa and gave Africa sewage systems, gave Africa a lot of shit. And it's so funny because, like, in South Africa, for example, I don't know why. I don't know what this is about. This could be about something with foreign affairs or his perspective on foreign affairs, because I'm channeling all of this, okay? But, like, the European, there was a lot of dark things in colonialization, but there was a lot of good things in colonialization as well, okay? The Europeans brought a lot of advancement to different civilizations, okay? I know in South Africa, right, they wanted to kick out all the whites, and as you notice, they kicked out all the whites, and their civilizations is going backwards. South Africa is going backwards, all right? Because the thing about what people fail to realize, right, a lot of times when people look at another human being, they don't see a human being with knowledge, with resources, you get what I'm saying? They don't see that. What they see is competition. What they see is just like at work. When you're at work, most people think their workers are replaceable, okay? And they might come and target a worker because that worker triggers their ego, right? That worker is very good at what they do, and it makes them look as an incompetent leader. So they have to get rid of this good worker. So their ego matters more than the value of a good worker. There's people that will literally hire people that they feel like will not be a threat to their position, will not be a threat. You could be too good of a worker. You could be too reliable. There are some people who are comfortable with you being lackluster, with you being half-assy at your job, because it automatically, they feel comfort that their position is not going to be taken. They feel comfortable that they will always look like they're the sharpest one in the room. People's ways trickle down into their work habits. People's ways trickle down into their choices. You get what I'm saying? A motherfucker, and it's not separate, you guys. People are what they are. They take with them what they take with them. Their traumas, their insecurities, their egos. If they're narcissistic, they take that shit everywhere with them. It's not a, oh, I'm going to leave that at home. I'm only going to be this way at home. Motherfuckers don't do that. Real talk. Motherfuckers don't do that. If a person is unclean, they're going to be unclean at work. If a person lives in a country where everything is trashed, nothing is organized, everything is devolved. There are some people who pride themselves on going backwards. There's people who pride themselves on ignorance. Ignorance is their God. Pride. Real talk. They don't want to do better. I don't know what that's about. But like, you know, sometimes you got to leave people where they stand. You got to leave these companies that are failing, these businesses that are failing. They're failing because of discrimination. They're failing because of corruptness. They're failing. Let them fall. Let them fall, because there is a price to pay for caring more about the outer of a person versus what's really the value of human beings. The value of human beings is their connection. You connecting to them, right? Their perspectives are valuable. Their minds are valuable. Their skills are valuable. Their presence is valuable, right? But when a person just regulates somebody to a political scheme or just breaks down somebody to a number, right? Or they only care about their bottom line. They don't care about, I'm reading this book called The 7 Habits of Effective People. And this guy talks about productivity, and he talks about he said that there needs to be a balance between productivity and product capacity. Meaning, what is someone's limit? You know, when a person gets greedy, right? A greedy motherfucker don't care about product capacity. They don't care about that. All they care about is their bottom line. They don't care that the body needs rest. They don't care that the motherfucker have a life outside of work. They don't care that the body can burn out or go into exhaustion, can cause poor health. Then if the motherfucker becomes sick, they eventually have to quit the job. Now you have to refine a replacement and retrain a whole new person because you did not nurture your workers that you had. You just seen them as a means to an end, a process of dehumanization. It's the same way when those motherfuckers talk about, oh, feed the children. And this is supposed to help them on their political schemes. They don't really give a fuck about the children. They don't really give a fuck about those people. They be like, oh, you know, in the eyes of an angel. I don't know who that's about. But they don't give a fuck about these people. They don't give a fuck about the lives that they destroy. They don't care. Somebody is narcissistic. I ain't even gotten to the card yet. This is all the channels coming through. Somebody is narcissistic. Okay? They don't give a fuck about nobody else but themselves. And it's always crazy because, you know, when things are daunting, right? When things are daunting and it bothers me. And, you know, one of the things that some people tell me is worry about yourself. A lot of human beings think that they are in a bubble. They don't know that they're connected. Everybody is connected. All human beings is connected. Everything is connected. So, but I've run across a lot of human beings that don't think they're connected to other human beings. So their energy is always not my dog, not my fight. Oh, well, it's not affecting me. I don't care. That is always their thing. Worry about yourself. If there is somebody being done wrong or there is some type of injustice, that's always their thing. Worry about yourself. You good, so only worry about yourself. What kind of culture is you fostering with that? If you to turn a blind eye to injustice just because you're not on the receiving end of that injustice, what culture are you fostering? We are all connected. Do you not realize that? What experience do we give another human being if we are always turning the other way when some shit is clearly wrong? If we are always bigging up the motherfucking abuser, the bully, the fascist, groupthink, what message are we sending to all human beings? That people only give a fuck about themselves. So what exactly do you think is going to happen? There's going to be a cultural shift where everybody only cares about their bottom line. Everybody only cares about themselves. You create your worlds, not just by how you carry yourself in this life, but how you treat other people. That person that you mistreat is going to remember that shit. You contribute to the illnesses of society, no matter how minor you think that shit is. You contribute to it. You create the culture. Like a lot of people don't understand that. You create the culture. That's why the saying goes, if you want change in the world, one must first change theyself. Two. It's a bunch of twos. Things are being put in balance here. Things have been off balance, have been unbalanced. Two of Cups in reverse. Things are being put into balance, okay? Like a lot of corruptness, like I said, these businesses with high turnover rates, from what I'm finding, there's a reason why no one stays. They have this bottom line culture. They're cruel, they're corrupt, they're biased, they're prejudiced, they're bigoted, they show favorites. They don't represent when you go to classes, right? It's something about work, something about jobs, something about that. I don't know if this person was unemployed or had trouble finding work. I don't know. But this guy that assassinated him. But like, it's just, some people refuse to take control of their life. And they looking for someone to blame for why their life is in shambles. Okay? Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like my page. I don't know what that's about. Okay? Just like foreigners, right? One guy told me that like some people be advertising America in other countries. So they're trying to recruit other people to come to America. And they advertise America as this great grand place, not knowing that this motherfucker is a entrapment of slavery. Not knowing. A motherfucker can sales pitch you something that sounds so good. But then when you move to this country, and it's crazy that people think that you're displacing people off of false hope, off of false information. You're not telling them the truth. You're selling them this fucking utopia. These are people's lives. Just imagine if that was you. Somebody told you, here you are from another country, and maybe you're dirt poor, or maybe you're whatever, and you're trying to get away from a situation. Just put yourself in their shoes. And then here comes somebody claiming to be a savior, claiming they're going to take away your poverty, claiming they're going to take away all of your shit, right? And they're really exploiting you, right? Because they're not taking these foreigners over here and paying them the same wage they would pay an American. They're literally paying these foreigners. What they're doing is they're exploiting these people's ignorance. They're exploiting these people's despair and desperation, because anything is better than what the fuck I'm going through right now. Displacing these people, bringing them over to a whole new country for $1. So they can line their goddamn pockets. They don't give a fuck about those people they taking out of these countries and moving them over here. They care about increasing their goddamn profits. Sick. And these people, and it's so crazy because I've talked about this before, about people, you can't always go by praise, right? Because everybody always say, oh, I love the Mexican works so hard. Oh, I love the Haitian works so hard. Oh, I love the Asian works so hard, right? A lot of Americans be praising these foreigners, but yet y'all not paying them. Y'all not paying them properly to compensate they hard fucking work. Because the foreigner don't know no motherfucking better. The foreigner think $15 an hour, they think they wealthy. Shit, in my other country, I was getting paid $1. That is exploitation. In my other country, I was getting paid a motherfucking $1. This is why I always tell my son, educate yourself. This world is not kind. Educate yourself. Because if a motherfucker any human being see that you are ignorant, they are not going to bring you up to par. They're not. They're going to exploit your fucking ignorance. Swear to God. Swear to God. And then turn around and cry foul when somebody exploits their ignorance. You gotta be the change that you want to see in others. You got to be. Somebody is a straight, flaming fucking hypocrite. I don't know if it's the shooter or if it's Charlie Kirk, but we about to find out. What I'm about to do is call on the Orisha Oya, okay? Goddess of the wind, the Orisha of the wind. Give me the truth, nothing but the truth, or forever hold your peace. Tell me, what is Charlie Kirk's energy? And then we're going to get into the shooter's energy. Okay, the person that assassinated him. Okay. What is Charlie Kirk's energy? Mr. Fake Nice Guy believes being nice should earn him or her rewards. May apologize in order to not be perceived as bad. So Mr. Fake Nice Guy. Give me more. Give me more ancestor spirit guys. Pink washing. Publicly promoting LGBTQ and inclusivity while engaging in harmful behaviors that contradict those values. While engaging, so basically, it's like the pot calling the kettle black. Because a lot of people don't know that, what's up, Sartha, that prejudice can go the other way as well. For example, like a lot of people always talk about white supremacy. Like they always talk about white racism. But blacks could be racist too. Blacks could be anti-white too. Blacks could be prejudiced too. Have you ever seen a white person going into a black dominant area? You know what I'm saying? Same way how people talk about, like, you can't always match hate with hate. You can't always match, you can't always do that. Like, because what exactly makes you different from the person that you're crucifying? It's just like how people talk about chauvinism, or people talk about male sexism, how males are very sexist. But the opposite of that is how females could then become sexist or prejudiced or male hating towards the masculine. So y'all essentially are the same. It turns into this gang. It turns into this gang. Blacks versus whites, Republicans versus Democrats. It turns into this gang, this set. You get what I'm saying? And the whole shit gets lost because motherfuckers are, well, I'm LGBTQ, so like, if you don't agree with my lifestyle, then you got to be dealt with. If you don't agree with then your life deserves to be ended. But guess what? There's more than one way to live. A motherfucker ain't got to accept your lifestyle, and you ain't got to accept theirs. But there's this thing called live and let live. Live and let live. This is one of the greatest crimes of humanity. They cannot allow another human being to live life on their own accord. I'm going to go back to my paradigm. There's a thing. Oh shit, it's upstairs. I can't even do it. But there's a thing where it's basically saying, why does, where I say in the book, right? Why does it make you uncomfortable that someone lives differently from you? Why do you feel like people have to act like you, dress like you, look like you? It's this gang thing. It's this groupthink thing. It's this Nazism. And when I say Nazism, I'm talking about the energy, the auric field of a Nazi or of a Hitler energy. Like, basically, where because you're not like me, or because you're not blonde hair, blue eyed, the great Aryan race, because you're not a part of that, like, you don't deserve anything. You don't deserve to provide for your family. You don't deserve to live. Because a lot of people, Margaret Sanger, right? There's something about this person where they are very racist. Like, they are very racist. This person is doing a lot of projecting onto Charlie Kirk. He is the very thing he is claiming to hate. He embodies the very thing he is claiming to hate. This person is extreme. It's like the people that created the one drop rule, right? They hated, don't even know why they hated niggas, why they hated Negroes, why they hated Black Americans. Don't even know why, right? Because the one drop rule is very specific to America, Black American history. It did not happen nowhere else in the world. If you go and look in where the slaves, majority of the slaves were sent on islands, Caribbean islands, and in South America, or in the southern of America, right? The majority of slaves was not sent to North America. But if you go and you look, nowhere, no culture, nowhere, not in the Eastern Hemisphere, not in Southern America, nobody does the one drop rule. The one drop rule is unique to North American time. Everybody has names for the different level of mixtures. Only in America, they feared, hated niggas so much that one drop of black blood tainted you. You could be 99% white and one drop of black blood tainted you. And it's so crazy because, like, while the white population in America is maintaining their purity, Black people are getting watered the fuck down. A genetic genocide is what I call it. They're getting watered the fuck down because they're being socialized to believe that what they are is dirtiness. So one drop of black blood means that you're wholly black. You're equivalent to a full-blooded black person with two full-blooded black parents. Niggas were trained or made to feel like their blood was dirty. And there's something about this person where he's seeing Charlie Kirk. He's perceiving, because this is pure projection. He's perceiving Charlie Kirk as a colonizer. Like, this is someone that is very much stuck in the past, very much stuck. Like, they could feel like Charlie Kirk is setting us back. Charlie Kirk is like, you get what I'm saying? Like, they're very extreme progressive. And it's crazy because it's like gays are in movies now. Gays have acting roles now. Gays is coming out the closet left and right. Y'all, one of my favorite motherfucking rapper, this guy might be gay. One of my favorite fucking rappers is gay, Saucy Santana. Okay, he even has trainees in his goddamn videos. Back in the day, such thing you would never. He would have been hung on a stake a long time ago. You would have never. Real talk. And it's like, no matter how much is progressing, right? People who want to be perpetual victims, people who want, they just see Charlie Kirk as this colonizer. Like, he's this pure-blooded white man born in a white community, Christian, has traditional values. He just his embodiment. And it's so crazy because a lot of people feel like Republican is like white, right? They feel like Republican is the elites, stuff like that. They don't even know the Republican Party was started by black folks. They don't even know that the Republican Party, okay, you can check Dinesh D'Souza. Dinesh D'Souza has all the records of this. They don't fucking know that the Republican Party was not even started by racist whites. The Republican Party was started by whites who wanted to liberate blacks. They felt like blacks being slaves was inhumane. The whites and mulattoes and blacks, full blacks, started the Republican Party. The Republican Party was not started by the same whites who's talking about lynch a nigga. They are miseducated. You got the wrong guy. I don't know if this dude thought that he was like, I don't know if this dude thought that, I don't know if he thought Trump was going to be there. I don't know. But there's some energy here where it's just like it's misplaced anger. And it's crazy because a lot of liberals have misplaced anger. Why aren't you mad at the motherfuckers you put in office? Just like people, it's this accountability thing. Like, a motherfucker doesn't want to take accountability for shit. Like, you voted the liberals, the Democrats. I don't even want to call I don't understand how Democrats get the term liberal. There is nothing liberal about a fucking Democrat. They are very Nazi, very fascist. There's nothing even the term political correctness is literally filtering free speech. Political correctness is filtering free speech. If what you say hurts my feelings, you cannot talk. It literally, the culture of political correctness is fake. Like, I'm not going to say something because it's going to hurt your feelings. It's fake. So we got Mr. Fake Nice Guy and pink washing. So somebody could feel like Charlie Kirk represents a colonizer. That's what they feel. They feel like Charlie Kirk represents a colonizer. Okay, because it's so crazy that Charlie Kirk got like assassinated out of all the conservatives. Out of all the conservatives or all the liberals, like it's just so funny. Are all the purple hats. Now the purple hats are the independents. They think they don't really choose a party. They have mixed bag of Democrat, of liberal, and mixed bag of conservative. It's the same way with they're the purple. Okay. They have like, they're kind of in between. They're not really extremely liberal, but they're not, or extremely democratic, but they're not extremely conservative or extremely Republican leaning either. Like they're purple. They're the middle. Okay. So we have over Tinder here. This person, he just needed somebody to like be mad at. This person, he's needed somebody to be mad at. He's very confused. This person is a ooh wee. Over in Tinder, invest too much emotionally, physically, or energetically, often without boundaries, and ends up burned out or underappreciated. This energy, this guy sees Charlie Kirk as this privileged dude. He's projecting onto Charlie Kirk. This guy it's really weird. This guy is really weird because it's like he has a lot of issues going on. Okay. He could be undiagnosed PTSD, undiagnosed. He has issues. I'm saying like where he's LGBTQ, but also homophobic. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's really weird. It's kind of like, he's claiming anti-racism, but he's racist and he's colorist. I'm gonna give you an example. Like, I was talking to and that's why I keep trying to tell people to stop. I know somebody personally who died. Like, they were in perfect health, they recovered, they had failed and they recovered. And this is somebody that I know. Y'all, I'm gonna try not to cry, okay? But these conspiracy theories and these fear mongering that they be putting on that news anchor, people take that shit seriously. And it be just like that Trayvon Martin story. You done ruined a man's life. You done ruined George Zimmerman's life, and he was just fucking defending himself. And then you done called this boy white, and he actually a fucking Latina. All for you to get a vote in fucking office. You sacrificed other human beings like they were just trash on the street so that you could get your vote in fucking office. You're sick. You are fucking sick. That's sick. Now, 2 people's lives are destroyed. And the person who's actually the villain, which was not George Zimmerman, it was actually Trayvon Martin. The racist was actually Trayvon Martin. Y'all can play the tapes back if you don't believe me. There's something about this guy where whatever he is claiming Charlie Kirk is, that's him. This guy has a lot of mental disorders. A lot. I don't know if he's diagnosed, if he takes meds, but he has a lot of mental disorders. He's projecting onto Charlie Kirk. Okay? And this is why I don't believe in leading with emotionalism. Emotions are very deceptive. Let's say if a man got accused of being R. Kelly. Let's say a man got accused of pulling an R. Kelly, right? Where he messed with underage girls, right? a rape victim will look at this person as being tried. Now, if you look at all the facts, the guy was lied on, right? He was lied on. This girl got upset because he wouldn't sleep with her, so she decided to lie and say he me too. You get what I'm saying? Or she didn't get her way, so now she's lying, or she's lying and saying he did X, Y, and Z. Right? It's just like there was a chick. Her daughter claimed that these guys had raped her. Okay. Her daughter had claimed that these guys had raped her and raped, I'm sorry, her. And like, they pulled the rape kit, right? The mother took her to the police force and pulled the rape kit. And the grape kit, I'm sorry. And the chick, they found no evidence of rape. She lied. And this is why media is so dangerous, because people believe in this shit. But I got off track. I'm sorry. Back to the lady that I know personally. This lady believed in this COVID sensation. Like this fear mongering that they did with COVID. Y'all, I never wore a face mask, never got COVID. And then one lady got COVID, and all she did was she couldn't taste for 2 weeks. That's it. It's like it's like having a common cold. But media, in order for their political Ponzi schemes, right, was willing to over sensationalize this COVID shit, right? And for political gain, political control. They were even willing to send America economy and fuck up small businesses and fuck up a lot of jobs for human beings for their own political gain. They don't give a fuck about y'all. And here y'all is rallying behind motherfuckers that you put in office, that you vote in office, and they fail to deliver. You're wrong at the wrong motherfucker. You're dropping bombs at the wrong motherfucker. Charlie Kirk is a scapegoat. He's a scapegoat. This is a foreshadow of what's to come. Somebody needs somebody to blame for their agony and their economic strains and you get what I'm saying? They need somebody to blame for their trauma. But moving back to this grape allegation, okay? I said grape, like a grape. Allegations. A chick who has actually been violated like that, when she sees this man that's getting accused, she's going off of her emotionalism, right? She's going back to when she was violated. You get what I'm saying? So she's like, oh, we've got to take this man down. She don't know if this man is innocent or not. All she knows is that the thing that he's being accused of is triggering her sexual traumas. So her way of getting back at the person who actually violated her is to make sure this man who's been falsely accused, is to make sure this man goes down. Her logic is not to actually go for the dude who violated her and get proper justice, but her dude is, I'm going to get justice through this complete stranger. I don't know if what he's being accused of is true or not, but because the accusation is there, it must be true, because it was true when I said it. So now she's taking all of her trauma and hurt on an innocent person she doesn't know anything about, off of emotionalism, pure emotions. And in her mind, she's getting justice. She's getting justice, right? Through a complete stranger that didn't do it to her, right? She's getting justice in her mind. There's something about these people that have severe trauma. Somebody is taking advantage of people's severe trauma, severe, like they're taking advantage of it. Okay. And it's crazy because when you're dealing with people that have like a lot of trauma, it's very easy to take advantage of people who have, because here's the thing. Okay. So we've got anti-fragile here. Grow stronger after chaos. Alchemy of adversity, adaptation as power, soul, muscle, and strength. Anti-fragile. So what don't kill you make you stronger. This energy, though, is doing a lot of projection onto Charlie Kirk. Like it's emotionalism. He's not really hearing this dude. Kirk represents injustice. Kirk represents colonization. Kirk represents we're all going back to the slavery days. We're all going back to, you get what I'm saying? Is it's kind of like whoever this person is, I don't know if they had a religious person or a negative experience with a Christian, but whoever, like, whatever it is, this dude is doing a lot of projection and a lot of stereotyping. Okay. He's not mentally well. But back to what I was saying, people that are not mentally well. The Democrats are basically exploiting people that are not mentally well. They're in a vulnerable state. They have unsurmountable mental health issues, or they're in an economic vulnerable state, and Democrats are exploiting the vulnerable. It's very easy to exploit the vulnerable. It's very easy to exploit someone who has dealt with unsurmountable amount of trauma and abuse. Very easy. You can breadcrumb people. This is why some people are only attracted to people who have been severely broken, who have been black sheep, who have been isolated, who don't have nobody, who is homeless, or who is just in vulnerable states. There are some people who are only attracted to people that are in vulnerable states because it doesn't take anything. Like you showed, these people have never known love their entire life, or they've always been treated as an abomination. You can pretend like you accept this person. You don't even have to give them anything. You could breadcrumb them, and you have a forever loyal person, and you have a person who feels like they're never going to find another love like this in their lifetime. So they're going to put up with whatever. You get what I'm saying? You throw a little crumbs their way and they think that's love. They're severely broken. And because of all of the trauma that's hit their brains, they're in need to cling to anything, to something that feels like a sense of security, that feels like a sense of love, even when it's not. Very easy to prey on those people. Very easy to prey. And as a person, right, now me, I am one of the vulnerables, but I am aware of how the world is. I am aware that if I show my scarring, if I show, or what some people call trauma dumping, right? Like, oh, you've never known love. You've never known this. You've never known that, right? So if I show that, I'm aware that some people are going to see, oh my gosh, I could take advantage of this girl. I can formulate a false chemistry, false connection with her. You know what I'm saying? Give her a little something that she's been starved of all her life. I can give her a little bit of that, and she gonna think it's a lot. And this person has somebody that is easily impressed, has somebody that they can exploit and don't know no better. You know what I'm saying? They're feeling like, this is as good as this is going to get. So it's just an easy way for you not to fully live up to your to your best potential, or to get shortcuts, to get discounts out of people when you fuck with someone that's never had love, never had a complete home, never had. Like, there's something about this guy that targeted Charlie Kirk. This is a clear crime of projection and envy and jealousy, and I need somebody to blame. But this man is very much a hypocrite. Like, he's a hypocrite. It says sucking his D, literally and figuratively, sucking up in order to get a seat at the table, aligning by selling their soul. Okay. And baddie, confident, attractive, and independent woman or person who is unapologetically herself. I don't know if Charlie Kirk was in the closet or what. So let's get into the energy of the other guy. His shooter. Let's see what's going on with them. You're up next. Your time is almost here. Get ready to receive. Any minute now, let things flow. On deck. Let's get this. This is my moment to shine. This is my moment to get fame. This is my moment to... Oh, wait, this person is so disgusting. This man is so disgusting. It's kind of like he's seen this assassination. Look at the digital nomad. Y'all see the person looks homeless. Y'all see that? Runaway. Like, this person got a lot of motherfucking trauma. Not tied to one location. Carry little, valuing experiences over possessions. Freedom and on a quest. So this person almost gives me the energy of a this was like a get rich scheme. Like, this is sick. Like, this person assassinated Charlie Kirk because Charlie Kirk is the wave or the buzz or who's talked about a lot. And it's kind of like what they do with, like, to Nicki Minaj, where they try to get a response out of Nicki Minaj, or they're trying to get like something out of Nicki Minaj so their album sales could go up. You know, they try to create beef with Nicki Minaj so their album sales can go up, so their blogs or whatever the case may be can gain followers, can gain engagement. And it's like Nicki Minaj even responding to these energies. She's making these motherfuckers famous. She's making these motherfuckers, you know, their album sell and stuff like that. This person did this to get fame for clout. Like, they took another imagine taking another human life so that you can get fame, clout, money, notoriety. Because royalties comes out next. Like, ongoing abundance from a single act of creation. Something that is owned to you, reaping the reward. So this could have been a paid job, an inside paid job. But this person did this because they kind of seen this as their breakout. Like, their break. Like, they could have needed money. They could have needed, like, been in need of something. They seen this, like, this person is not rap tight. They seen this assassination as a way to get their popularity up, as a way to get their... Look! It says change in career. This is a flaming fucking narcissist. Could you imagine what normal person thinks, oh, I'm going to kill somebody that's super popular, that's super famous, he's someone to easily hate, that people, you know, easily are jealous of, that people easily, because it's like, people may look at Charlie Kirk and feel like he was born with a silver spoon in his mouth. And I don't know if y'all ever noticed, but a lot of people have something against people who parents made good decisions, who parents gave them a good life. They was not in want for anything. They didn't have a narcissistic family, or they had decent genes or good genes. And this may not be true, but this is what people are perceiving. The package. They're looking at the package. Okay? Those people that have whole complete families, come from loving backgrounds, always supported, never torn down, never scapegoated, never, like, just really privileged. If you ever notice, a lot of people always drag or belittle or down talk people that they feel are born with a silver spoon in their mouth. It's kind of like you're being punished because your parents made the right decision, and you was birthed into a healthy, loving family, healthy, loving union. Keep in mind that no family is perfect, right? But, like, that's this perception, like, oh, this guy, he's the perfect target. Like, this is going to be my big break for career, my big break for clout, my big break for my mass following, my big break to get money, to get endorsement deals, to get. Like, this is this person's energy. Like, they're literally they're loving this attention. They're loving this limelight. They're loving it. Like, they felt like a human life was worth them getting. Did they even do it? So we've got change in career, wanting a new path and going after it, getting fired or quitting, but landing something else better. This person feels like this is their get out of jail free card from working low wage jobs, or like they don't need to go to college. They don't need to work a 9 to 5 anymore. They don't need, like, this person, this was a shortcut. It's kind of like Jesse Jackson. Y'all know how omen, signs from the universe, warning, subtle cues, hidden messages, more than meets the eye. Okay, so, and then we got dark flirt here. Okay. Seductive with edge, mysterious, mischievous, but safe, teasing with danger and magnetic mystery. Like, did this person even do this? Is this person, like, pulling their arm? Like, it's definitely giving a get rich quick scheme is what it's giving. See, no illusions, no fog or distortions, just the truth of what is. Y'all remember that third eye opening? Generative AI, loss of authenticity, the trickster, synthetic consciousness, turning visible ideas into visible forms. It was all a lie. There's something about stuff that this person is saying, like, that it's all a lie. It's kind of like they want their 15 seconds of fame, or they want, to get endorsement deals, get book deals, go to interviews. Like, this was all like this is sick culture. Like, how far removed from reality do you have to be? How far removed from reality do you have to be to use a man's death as a bargaining tool for you to get some type of fortune and fame? How far removed? How desensitized is society? Right. That a man's death is your avenue to a get rich quick scheme. Or a man's death is your is entertainment. Right? Is entertainment for you to get views, streams. Like, we are living in a very desensitized, sick ass culture in America. Sick. Mission statement. Blueprint or plan of action, laying out structure and purpose, truthful of goals, stating what you want. Okay. And change in belief. Explaining in mindset, letting go of old beliefs, learning something unexpected, growing and maturing. Okay. So, this person is very immature. Very immature, very much a sensationalist. What's the outcome of all this, ancestor spirit guys? What is the outcome? Y'all, this is definitely giving like gang wars. Gang wars. Cognitive impairment. So, neurodevelopmental disorder, difficulty with mental tasks, people or you underestimate you. Cognitive impairment. So, this, like I was saying earlier, like a lot of these energies are not wrapped tight mentally. They need a scapegoat. Give me more. This is like partially a crime of jealousy and envy. It's partially a crime of like somebody be like very strongly crab in a bucket, but it's partially a crime of jealousy and envy. It's I'm poor because you're rich. I'm losing in life because your gains in life means I'm losing in life. Like very crab in a bucket energy. Like I can't get anywhere because of people like you. Okay. So we have Kismet. Invisible threads of destiny that pull people, events, or moments together in perfect, often mysterious timing. Invisible threads of destiny that pull people, events, or moments together in perfect, often mysterious timing. And hit and run. Damage is done and responsibility is dodged. Emotional drive-by. Hurt with no closure. Using and discarding. Hit and run. Kismet. Like I said, I don't know if Charlie Kirk go both ways or by curious. I don't know. Something. Cognitive impairment, Kismet. Or if it's not Charlie Kirk, it could be this dude. This dude could go both ways. This dude could be struggling to accept his sexuality, or because like LGBTQ just keeps coming through on this shit. Give me more. And we have inheritance. So this is the future. Inheritance. Passing on values, knowledge, or patterns, unchosen burdens or blessings, wealth or treasure, inheritance. Somebody is definitely looking for some type of payout. Somebody's looking, look at the bad deals. Somebody could have, there could have been some deals or something made behind the scene. Terms are unfair or unbalanced, lacks mutual benefit or equity, favors only one party, lopsided, bad deal. What it looks like to me as well is like they kind of just disposed this guy and forgot about him. It's kind of like this person is going to have some type of shift after all of this stuff transpires, because it's kind of like they're going to be done in, or like promises aren't going to be kept. Like if they promise to pay them this, if they put out this hit, they're not going to pay them the exact amount, or if even at all. Okay. So like that's the energy. The collective belief, emotion, and energy created by a group, spirit-like force, shields from consequences, fuels influence. Somebody definitely paid under the table, or paid him under the table to attack Charlie Kirk. Like he was a pawn. Look at the divorce fallout. He was a pawn. He was a pawn in a bigger scheme of things, and he was disposable. And he's going to see like it is not coming for him. I'm telling you, this is what happened when you don't trust God. When you don't do shit the right way, and you don't trust God, and the devil promise you the world, or you sell your soul to the devil because you are godless, or you don't have faith that God is going to see you through, or God has got something much better than what any devil could offer. Like, this is what happens. This person has a severe scarcity mindset. Divorce fallout, taking sides, unresolved trauma, loyalty binds rippled through the family, especially affecting children. Didn't I tell you this person has like a lot of trauma? And didn't I tell you like there's a division or a house division? Or he could have been offered, Charlie Kirk could have been offered something under the table and he didn't take it. Like he didn't take the offer. So it's like they wanted to get rid of him because of that. It's kind of like how Jay-Z wants to buy out Lil Wayne, and because Lil Wayne will not bow to him or allow him to bow out. I mean, Lil Wayne won't bow to him. So now he's like, he's coming for Lil Wayne. Like he's going to try to force a bow. Okay? Or eliminate them altogether. Abundant-minded. Believes resources, love, success, or joy are not finite. Mindset of plenty. Unselfish, altruistic, and content here. Abundant-minded. I feel like this is Charlie Kirk. He's very abundant-minded. Russian roulette, deadly game, extreme risk without knowing the outcome. Chance, reckless, false sense of control. Russian roulette. Sigma, independent, self-reliant individual. This was takes control, authoritative, and non-conforming. Sigma. Wow. There's something about the shooter of Charlie Kirk where he's a lapdog, a bitch boy. He's been sold his soul plenty of times. This is a sheer crime of jealousy. A sheer crime of jealousy. Look at the destiny. Didn't I tell y'all? A sheer crime of jealousy here. In the media, in their hate speeches, in their false, their scare tactics, their fear mongering. It's like, this is why you got to be careful about the messages that you deliver, because not everybody is rap tight. Not everybody is rap tight. That's just like this girl I knew, because she fell for that fear mongering of COVID. Like, and COVID is really no different from a fucking common cold. Have you died from a cold? So why is COVID so sensationalized? It's no different from a fucking common cold. But they told my friend that, you know, she had COVID. And because she fell for all the sensationalism, and because she fell for all that fear mongering, like she was in perfect health. But when they told her she had COVID, she died. She was in perfect health. Wasn't nothing. All her vitals was good. But because of that fear mongering from TV, she believed that shit. She think COVID is something so dangerous when COVID is about the same as a fucking common cold. And her anxiety went up, and that anxiety killed her. She died. Like, y'all may think that shit is cute, that fear mongering, that those lies, those manipulations, talking about racism and inequality and all these false ass virtue signaling ass race pimp ass shit. Y'all may think that shit is cute and that shit is a easy money grab. But it's people out there that really believe that shit. It's people out there that ain't rap tight and they really believe that hype. And you costing people's lives out here with false news. But do you think the people who put those messages out there on TV really care? Hell no. They only care about their bottom line. They only care about lining their pockets. They only care about their crookedness. They don't give a fuck about the lives they destroy in the process. They're going to tell you whatever they have to tell. There is an extreme disrespect for human life on the left side. Extreme. And it shows. It shows. Catnip. Irresistible allure, temptation or obsession, emotional stimulant, loss of control, guilty pleasure. This was a crime of fucking. I don't know if Charlie Kirk has any Jew heritage, Jewish heritage. I don't know. But yeah, that's all I got. It's 11:11 on the clock. I don't have time to do the other decks. Yeah, but it's a jealousy. This is like a crime of jealousy here. That's all it is. It's a crime of jealousy. Yeah. Some people do get jealous though when you have your life in order, you know. Good credit score, married, wife, kids, came from a decent family who loved you, who cherished you. Like you never really experienced a lot of trauma or anything like that. Like you were very supported, very loved. Some people are very triggered by that because they've never had it. They've never had it. Okay. And it triggers an inferiority complex. I don't know if he has any Virgo placements or Capricorn placements. Yeah. But y'all got to remember that a lot of human beings want to create replicas of themselves. You know? So if somebody is, because water seeks its own level. So if somebody has bad credit score, always makes bad life decision, always needs help, you know, always on a victim-like mentality type of shit, they are really only going to want to be around people with that's the same. You know, and then if you don't have any of those issues, they want to create storms for you so that you'll have the same issues they have. A lot of people want to build replicas of themselves. If somebody is confident, right, like truly confident, they want everybody to be confident. If somebody is free-minded, they want everybody to be free-minded. Most people are looking to build replicas of themselves. So keep that in mind the next time you pledge allegiance to anybody. What do they represent? And why am I on that side? Or why am I drawn or supporting that person? What does that say about me? What does who I admire and support and put on a pedestal, what does that say about me? This is a bigger issue than just Charlie Kirk getting assassinated by this dude. This is a clear reflection of our culture in this country and how we are very far removed. Real talk. Deuces.